Um, okay, I don't know if y'all remember, or if y'all have heard of it. Okay, I know a lot of people have. It was a very well-known missing case. Okay, there was a young girl who was missing, 16-year-old girl, and they found her in Mexico with a 45-year-old man. Okay, this is her right here. Well, she's missing again. Okay, this man right here took this young girl to Mexico. She was found, and now she's missing again. Okay, he is currently locked up. It says Pennsylvania teen who fled to Mexico with 45-year-old man is missing again, police say. This was published this morning. It says Allentown, Pennsylvania, a Pennsylvania teenager who police say was checked out of school and taken to Mexico by a 45-year-old man is one of the 3 girls who have been reported missing from a residential program for at-risk youth. State police say 16-year-old Yu and 2 other girls, Nicole Richards, 17, and Asia Linares, 16, left Vision Quest in an unknown vehicle around 1 a.m. on Monday, CBS Philadelphia reported. Authorities say the girls pose no threat to the public. Allentown Assistant Chief Gail Struss says his department was advised of Yu's disappearance in case she tries to return to the city. Federal agents found Yu and 45-year-old Kevin Esterly in Playa del Carmen in March. He remains in Lehigh County Jail in lieu of $500,000 bail on charges including child custody interference and corruption of minors. The 2 went missing February 9th, shortly after authorities were notified the pair may have been involved in a romantic relationship. In March, Yu's mother told CBS News Meg Oliver that Esterly befriended their family at church. In an interview with Dr. Phil and May, Esterly's then-wife Stacy said she didn't believe their relationship was sexual. In my heart, I don't want to believe that they were sexual, and I'm hoping that this was just an infatuation with him trying to help her as a father figure, and he got sucked into something. Wow. This is what the wife told Dr. Phil of her husband's relationship with Yu. Wow, that's crazy. You know, I mean, obviously, if the guy decides to run off with her to Mexico, it's more than just I'm trying to help her out and I go to church with them. No, there's a sick motive behind it. I'm going to play this video real quick, and then I'm going to show y'all some more pictures of her so y'all are familiar with her in case anyone's in the area, or if anyone sees this young girl, they can report authorities. Okay, I do want to point one more thing out. It said that her and the 2 girls that she's missing with, they're from a residential program for at-risk youth. Okay, I don't exactly know what the residential program is. You know, I'm assuming maybe it's like a group home or something like that. Okay, and with it being a group home, why were these girls at Vision Quest by themselves? You know, Vision Quest is an eye doctor. So if they were, I don't know if they were just outside and seen leaving outside of there, or if one of them actually went to the doctor. But I know that at a group home, alright, now I don't know how they work up in Pennsylvania, but I know group homes like down here and stuff like that, down in the South, most of them, you don't leave by yourself. Like, you know, you're given a little bit of freedom, which isn't a lot. Okay, and I know this firsthand because I was in a group home, you know, and I mean, that was quite a while ago. I mean, I'm 37 now, so I mean, we're talking about 20 years ago or something. But back then, they didn't let us just leave and go do whatever you want to do and all that. I mean, if we left, they took us where we had to go. You know, it would be like a group outing, or if you had an appointment to go somewhere, they transported you. You know, it didn't matter how close it was to the group home. They took you there. They made sure that you got there and got back. The only time that we like were allowed out is like if we went to public school, because they'd have a school on grounds and they had a public school. So I do remember, like, we had the option of walking home, or they could bring us home, but they always made sure they transported us to school. Like, you didn't walk to school. They made sure you got there, and, you know, if you wanted to walk back or get picked up, that was, you know, your decision. You know, and then, like, maybe on the weekends or something, they might allow us to walk to the store, but you still had time limits. Like, you know, which, I don't know, it makes me wonder, you know, if these girls, like, ran away or something. But, I mean, if they're at-risk youth, they shouldn't even really be allowed to leave like that if they're at risk of doing something they shouldn't be doing. Okay, and I wanted to point that out because that is very important. You know, this place, wherever they're at, should have had better, you know, they should have had proper supervision of these girls. And for them to just go to Vision Quest and then be able to get in a car and leave, no, that shouldn't have even been able to happen. Not in 2018. That should not be able to happen at this point. You know, and I think that's the problem. A lot of these young kids, I mean, they go to these programs and stuff, and they're given all the freedom in the world, but it's like, you know, there's a reason why they're there, and you can't give them all that freedom. So I'm going to play this real quick. Make sure my volume's up. Oh, tell me it's going to do this again. I'm so tired of this buffering, y'all. This really gets aggravating. Oh, here we go.
Nice choices. You see, now Verizon lets you mix and match your pet.
I'm gonna mute that. But you know, I hope and pray to God that she is found and that she is found safe. You know, it just makes me wonder if she's running away, and I hope that she hasn't gotten a hold of another older guy who's gonna endanger her like that again.
Nearly 2 weeks after a Pennsylvania teenager disappeared, she turned up this weekend about 2,500 miles from home in Mexico. The man she was with is under arrest. Here's Meg Oliver.
16-year-old Amy Yu was brought back to Allentown, Pennsylvania Sunday, 2 weeks.
Now, mind you, what they're saying right now, this is from before. This is when she went missing before, back in, what was it, March? Pretty sure that's what it said, March. Okay, is when she went missing. So this is just, she went missing February. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So this right here is just basically talking about when she got found. Okay, before. But she's missing again. Just didn't want y'all to get confused.
Ran off with 45-year-old Kevin Esterly, a family friend. Authorities found him Saturday in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Esterly was taken into custody in the U.S. The ordeal began March 5th. Amy vanished after she was dropped off at her bus stop. Police say Amy and Esterly bought one-way airline tickets. They flew from Philadelphia to Dallas and ultimately to Cancun.
It should be noted that their flight to Cancun, Mexico, occurred at approximately the same time as her mother was making the initial runaway report to the Allentown Police Department.
On February 9th, Amy's mother, Moy Luke, discovered Amy had listed Esterly as her stepfather on school records. A police affidavit revealed Esterly had signed Amy out of school 10 times between November and December without her mother's knowledge. Lou also found text messages that suggested Esterly was romantically involved with her daughter. Amy is 16, the legal age of consent in Pennsylvania. Esterly, a married father of 4, befriended Amy's family through church. Amy was close with Esterly's daughter, and she often went on vacation with them. We sat down with Moy Lou, Amy's mother, earlier in the week, but she didn't want to show her face on camera.
You had Kevin over to your house. Yeah, then for her meals. Yeah, for meal for birthdays and my birthday.
Amy's mother told me Sunday she was so relieved when they found her, she started crying. Elaine?
Meg Oliver.
That's just sick. You know, 45-year-old man with a 16-year-old little girl. It's ridiculous. I don't care what legal consent is. I don't care about that. That has nothing to do with anything. I mean, good God. I mean, she was friends with his daughter, for God's sakes. So this is her. And like I said, the man is in jail. Okay, he is currently in jail. So whoever, if she's with somebody else, it's with a different person. I'm just showing y'all some pictures of her, so y'all can get a a good visual of her face. Like I said, just in case anybody happens to see this young lady, they can report authority. She is missing. Okay, this is not her. Right here, here, right here. Not these two. Right here and here. Okay. This is the young girl, you. So I wanted to show y'all that, okay? Because, I mean, this young girl could be in serious danger. Who knows? We don't know the situation, of course. But, like I have stated in many videos, doing missing persons reports with these young girls, they don't list them on the media as being endangered. But when a young girl goes missing, okay, whether she does it voluntarily or involuntarily, she is endangered, okay? I don't understand why they really should list that on all these missing girl cases, endangered. I mean, when a young girl puts themselves out there, out in the world on their own like that, and they're running away from something, they are endangering themselves. They're endangering themselves really bad. I mean, all kinds of things could happen to these young girls. I mean, we see it all the time. They disappear. They don't end up coming home. Or, like this young girl, she left with this man. He took her to Mexico. What was the point of flying this girl to Mexico? What was he planning on doing? And it just, what makes it even worse is that she knew that guy from church. So if she knew this guy from church, a place where you're supposed to be able to trust people, okay? She put her trust in this man. He literally took advantage of her and her vulnerability of her being 16. They were, if they were romantically involved and all of that, I mean, she had enough trust in him to fly off to Mexico with a dude. Okay? So, like I said, she is missing again. And in my opinion, this young girl is endangered. Okay? And I don't have pictures on the other two girls, but this young girl right here is missing along with two other females. Okay? In Pennsylvania. And I wanted to show y'all this. I will go ahead and get off of here. If y'all, sorry, I'm just trying to X that out real quick. Okay. If y'all need to send me anything, please feel free to do so in my email, or you can add me on Facebook and send whatever you like through Messenger. The links are down below under the video. Also, if you have not subscribed to my other channel, please go do so now. Click on the link down below, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Till the next time I talk to y'all, I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. And just take a good look at this young girl's face, okay? It's, like I said, it's from Allentown, Pennsylvania is where she's missing from. Alright? Love y'all. Have a good day. Thank you.